Hello everyone and welcome to episode 101 of the WMMA 5 series here on the channel. As it's our first ever worldwide that's live from the United States. It's going to be live from Las Vegas, which should be very, very fun to see how that plays out and how we do as far as popularity wise and whatnot. I guess it doesn't really matter that it's quote unquote live from USA because it just, it's not like it's going to add any differential or anything like that. Of course, because it's just the following day after our previous episode, we only have one piece of mail. Actually, no, we don't have any pieces of mail. That's right. It was a piece of mail that we could delete. So yeah, we don't have any mail. We could just hop right into the card, which is always fun. Since I feel like sometimes that going through the mail will take like 5 to 10 minutes. For the main event, it is the lightweight title fight as Josh Thompson's going to take on Toby Immortal. That should be a lot of fun. And then Pete Williams and Rico Rodriguez is the co-main heavyweight fight. We have then two lightweights and then two middleweight fights as far as afterwards. So Carl Luna and Ramiro Sato, which that's hopefully, fingers crossed. I mean, that's going to be a fun fight. And Joaquin Manson and Takanori Gomi has a lot of potential as well as Scott Smith and Vitor Belfort. It's pretty crazy that this is so far down on the card. Then make it his MMA debut. John Bones Jones taking on Guy Metzger. Guy Metzger's probably going to get destroyed, but it'd be pretty hilarious to see Guy Metzger beat him. That would be pretty great as the prelims. Ben Henderson's going to take on Kwang Hee Lee, and then Matt Brown's going to take on Kichi Kunimoto. That's going to be a welterweight fight, the only welterweight fight on the card. There's going to be, four lightweight fights on this card. It's interesting, we'll see how it goes. As, of course, two men that are undefeated in Pride FC going to battle out in the main event. That should be a lot of fun to see how that goes, as they're both main eventing for the third time in Pride FC. And if Toby Immortal makes his third defense here tonight successful, it will be a new record for the belt. Both fighters are world-ranked welterweights, which is hilarious, as obviously they're lightweights. As Imada's the first, and then Josh Thompson's the sixth, as Thompson trains at Team Punishment, which Toby Imada's 1-1 against other members of that team. Toby Imada's won 3 of his last 5 fights by decision. This is the first time they fought. As far as no one's going to take Josh Thompson, I mean, I would figure someone would have risked it. I would. He's got the skills, I think, to take on Toby Immortal. As Toby has beaten, as far as his 3 wins, Jens Pulver, when he won the belt. After, being the lightweight champion in UFC, comes over and wins a belt as well. At American Bushido 14 last year in May. Made a first defense against Joe Stevenson, which that's a tough fight. And the fact that he went the distance with Joe and won, pretty impressive. And they had a unanimous decision win over Dean Thomas, which that fight really underperformed. I figured that was going to be a really good fight, but sadly it was not. As far as what's next for Toby Immortal, if he wins this fight, that lightweight division's tough. There's a lot of top level guys waiting for him. As far as, to say a name, I really don't know. As far as I'd have to really look at the rankings rather, and really comb through and look and see who would be the number one guy for him next. But either way, someone like a Gilbert Melendez, that he's been riding up the ratings, and he might be someone that might make that fight happen. As far as Gilbert Melendez getting a title shot. A lot of different options. As for Josh Thompson, he's 4-0 in Pride FC. He's beaten Cristiano Marciello, Carl Luna, and Ramiro Sato. It's funny, they're both fighting each other this card, and also BJ Penn. Where, it's, if he loses this fight, possibility obviously, he's probably going to take on either Jens Pulver or Joe Stevenson. Just as far as, since he's lost to both those guys before, just to kind of have a chance to avenge that loss back at the UFC. At UFC 69 and UFC 55. Yeah, Josh Thompson so far has had a great run in Pride FC, really as a whole in the mod. He hasn't had a bad fight yet. And I don't think he's going to. Just being a kickboxer with a wrestling background, he has the ability to either push the tempo standing, or he has the ability to push the tempo on the ground and really just kind of maul him. I think he's going to use his standing, because really Toby Immortal has not been tested in that department yet, and I think if that would probably be the best way of going about it if he wants to win this title fight. Zeldora, Pete Williams taking on Rico Suave Rodriguez, as Pete Williams is 8th in the super heavyweight rankings. Rico Rodriguez is 19th. As far as Pete Williams, he's gonna give up a significant weight advantage, but he's probably gonna win this fight, being a more, has the stand-up ability to knock somebody out. But Pete Williams, he's the 7th heavyweight in Pride of Sea, the 23rd pound-for-pound fighter in the world. Just knocked out Mark Kerr in the 3rd round of the Rumble from Down Under back in January, and after losing to both Crow Cop and Alex Trover, which those are 2 tough fights. Really, he's only lost to badass fucking people. Like, when you lose to Big Nog, Arlovsky, Mikro, and Alex Trover, it's like, listen, you can't really be too down about those losses. I mean, they're just... And he's beaten, Josh Barnett before, so that's probably his biggest win. If he beats Rico here, it's not a big deal, but it helps him get in that right direction as far as what he can do going forward. And he's beaten Simi Chalette in the past. And that was, sure, it was 8 years ago, but that's still a nice win. And as far as what will happen for Pete moving forward with this, he'd probably get a top 5 guy. Maybe, depending on what happens, maybe somebody like a Fedor, like a... maybe even Tim Sylvia, maybe even Ben Rothwell. Just a couple of ideas for him going forward. If Rico wins, I mean, the sky's the limit, but I just don't see him getting the win here. As Carl Uno taking on Ramiro Sato, as they have once made event for back before the mod even started, back in 1999, almost a fight that's 10 years in the making, as Carl Uno won by submission. Both world-ranked welterweights again. Makes no sense, but here we are, as Ramiro Sato trains at Presta. Has an overall record of 1-2, does Carl Uno against Presta teammates, so that's interesting, as Ramiro Sato's won 3 of his last 5 fights by decision as well. He's got the Blur Cut set picks 5-2. Just Carl Uno in Pride of Sea right now hasn't done too high. 3-4, was on a 4-fight losing streak at one point. Lost his first, he won his first fight against Scott Hines, and lost the next 4 straight fights. Probably should have went down to, I think, he probably should have went down the rings. I know he had a split decision loss, so I kind of gave him one more fight to give him a chance, which was against Kyle Ajiri, and he won. He just beat Leonardo Santos, which is not a great sign as far as, like, top-level talent, because Ramiro Sato, obviously, is a top-level guy. He's the 8th lightweight in the world, or 8th lightweight in Pride of Sea, rather, 12th welterweight in the world, for all that matters, but he is, has won 3 of his last 5, and really, he's won 4 of his last 5 as a whole, as far as that goes. I don't know why it was 3 of his last 5, but yeah, he's definitely won 4 of his last 5. That was weird, as he's lost to Josh Thompson. That's the only loss in Pride of Sea. He lost to Toby Mata before he joined Pride of Sea. He just had a poor fight with Joe Hurley. That was back at Shockwave 2007, though. So he's waited a good bit for a fight. He beat Charles Bennett with a twister, so he's already done well as far as his career in Pride of Sea, for me at least, as the fight promoter. When you get a twister win, you won me over. But yeah, man, this should be a win for Ramiro Sato. We'll see if Carl Uno can shock the world. Here in Las Vegas is Jakeem Hansen versus the Fireball Kid, Takara Megumi. A fight that happened at Pride 38's Fright Night, which was a split draw. We'll see what happens here. Takara Megumi has the Black Out staff picks advantage. And he trains at Presta, which Jakeem Hansen has a overall record of 0-1 against other members of the team. They're both outside the top 15. Well, Gomi is 15th, but then Jakeem's 20th. Takara Megumi is looking to really, he's 4-2-1 with the split draw. Just lost to BJ Penn before that fight as well. Looking to get back on the right track. As far as someone, he beat Carl Uno, he's beaten Gleison Tebow. As far as his big-time fights in Pride of Sea, that's pretty much it, because, he beat Eddie Alvarez and Spencer Fisher. Not the greatest of wins. But yeah, he's someone that could, depending on what happens, we'd love to see him and Dean Thomas fight. That'd be very rough. But, you look at kind of who he's fought. He's fought Ramiro Sato in the past. He's fought Jens Pulver, Toby Mata, Joe Stevenson. He's fought top-level guys. And that's what, the UFC, man, those UFC cards in the early 2000s in this mod, they had just so many great lightweight fights. And it really shows. But now, it's kind of funny. Now we have that lightweight division now, but they're a little older and they're not as great as they were back then. It's just kind of funny. But yeah, Takara Megumi, it's amazing it went to a split draw last time. We'll see what happens this time around. Scott Hands of Steel Smith taking on Vitor the Phenom Belfort, as both guys outside the top 15 in the middleweight division. Vitor hasn't won since March of 06. 2 years since he's won a fight. As Scott Smith looks like he's going to win this one, according to the Blurcraft Stat Picks 5-2. Of course, Scott looked like he was going to really be a menace there for a hot minute. He lost his 2 straight fights to Lee Murray and Ron Faircloth, which of those 2 guys, I mean, talk about, they're in the top 5 of the middleweight division right now, so, I mean, it's a couple of fucking savages. Beat Masato Yano and Ronaldo Sabral, came back, lost to Alex Stiebling by split decision, and Forrest Griffin got choked out. But he's beaten Glover Teixeira and Lyoto Machida, who looked like they were really going to rise up the rankings of the middleweight division to get big wins like that. You know, that was Glover Teixeira's first loss. I believe that was Lyoto Machida's first loss, too, as he got the win by TKO in just under 30 seconds of the first round. This could be a huge opportunity for Scott Smith. He's still 28, still young as hell. For Vitor, though, 8-8 in Pride of Seas, lost 3 straight. Lost to Anderson Silva, Faircloth, and probably Maldonado, which those 3 guys obviously are savages as well. But, you know, he's someone who's knocked out Murillo back at Final Cup 2005. He hasn't had a bad fight at all, you know, as far as he's had decent ones, but as far as he's never had a bad fight before. We'll see what happens. You know, that he's had a lot of opportunities to really be a man, especially after beating Murillo and Vanderlei Silva in 05 and 06. Looked like he, you know, might have been the guy to take out Anderson Silva for the title, but he fell short of that. But I think, you know, this could be a great opportunity for him. We'll see, though. I mean, this is a tough fight. Tough fight for both guys, I think. John Bones Jones taking that guy, the Sandman Metzger. He's got the 5-inch reach advantage, making his pro debut. 5-2 for Blurcast Epic, so there's 2 people back in the Sandman here. As Guy Metzger, you know, he's, as a whole, he is 27, 17, and 2, 5-9 in Pride FC. He's got a losing record. He just beat Alan Goes, knocked him out in the first at Pride 39's, the Rumble from Down Under, where he, you know, if he lost that fight, he would have been down the rings. But yeah, I mean, as far as big-time wins, doesn't have any. You know, he's pretty much as far as, before the mod, he beat Masakatsu Funaki at Pancrase, which is pretty crazy. But, yeah, I mean, you know, he's beaten Hinzo Gracie, Egan Inoue, Ricardo Ronan, Daniel Gracie. Those 2 have losing records in the mod. I think Ricardo Ronan might have, you can't look, but I'm pretty sure he's just maybe right at the 500 mark, actually. I think he's either 9-8 or 9-9 now, maybe 8-7, something like that. And Alan Goes had a losing record in Pride FC as well. So not the greatest of guys he's beaten. 40 years old, too, coming down to the end of the wire. And, of course, as MMA goes, you know, when you get old, you get fed to the youth. And John Bones Jones, we know what happens in real life, but we'll see what happens here in this simulation if he is a man that can not be a fuck-up in this scenario where he's not an asshole. He's not going to be taking steroids. He's not going to be taking cocaine. Or he's not going to be snorting cocaine. He's not going to be taking gas station dick pills. He's not going to be breaking the law. If he is just taking what he is, and that is, in my opinion, if you were to create somebody in a lab to be an MMA fighter, he almost would look just like John Bones Jones. Someone that tall, that has the reach, obviously the 84-inch reach advantage. Oh, not just advantage, just 84-inch reach. Is incredibly good standing, incredibly good on the ground. He's just perfect in a lot of ways. We'll see what happens. We'll see. Except for the eye pokes. That's the one thing if I could ask for anything of John Bones Jones, it would be not to fucking eye poke people. But other than that, in the octagon, or in this case now that's Pride of Sea, in the ring, one of the best, if not the best, pound-for-pound fighters of all time. We'll see what happens in the simulation here against John Bones Jones takes on Guy the Sandman Metzger to kick off the show. Ben Smooth Anderson against Kwang Crazy Hee Lee, as Kwang Hee Lee is probably going to get destroyed here. Ben Anderson, big, huge margin favorite. Even though Kwang Hee Lee's won 3 of his last 5, There's no goddamn way. You know, he's 0-1 in Pride FC, lost to Sam Stout, which if you lose to Sam Stout, not a great sign, but he has great fights, though, so that's exciting. We'll see. And Matt, the Immortal Brown versus Kichi Kunimoto, as Matt Brown lost in his debut, as he also lost in his second fight, too, Takanori Sato. Looking to finally get a win here in Pride FC. He definitely has the skills to do it, but Kichi Kunimoto is someone who also was looking for his first win in Pride FC. He lost to Paul Daly and Jake Suklim. Hasn't been knocked out, and Matt Brown definitely has the ability to knock him out. We'll see what happens here in the prelim. So yeah, Zinho Ohio, Osaka, Japan, 3-2, 2-2, 26, 27 years old, 6 foot 183, 5'10", 183. Technical brawling style for Matt Brown, and mixed martial artist is Kichi Kunimoto. As no team for Matt Brown. Sunanuma Dojo for Kichi Kunimoto, plus 100 for Kunimoto, minus 110 for Matt Brown. We'll see what happens. Byron Saki's a referee. Ringside judges. Here we go. As Matt Brown doesn't touch gloves to start, they stand and trade blows. Neither fighter can land anything damaging, though, as Kunimoto looks like he's one to shoot in. He's wary of getting hit. That makes a lot of sense, as he can't hit the left, set up left jab, does Matt Brown, but he hits the right hand. Punch from Brown fails to land, which is going to give Kunimoto the chance to take him down. He's not going to do it, though. He's got a hold of his leg. It's just going to drive him against the ropes, look for this trip. He's got it. And he's got the... Oh, boy. That ain't good. As he's got his back, and Matt Brown's going to eat a couple of big shots, and this one is going to be over. Boy, oh, boy. Matt Brown. Going to be 3-3 now. I mean, he's got one more fight left. Then he's going down the rings, but it's not a great sign. 3-2 for Kichi Kunimoto. And Matt Brown's going to have to figure it out if he's going to want to win any fights here. It's like Kichi Kunimoto thanks everyone connected to the Sunanuma Dojo for helping him prepare for the fight and sponsors supporting him financially. As now our last prelim fight, Ben Henderson taking on Kwang Hee Lee, the 3-0 Ben Henderson from Glendale, Arizona. Wrestling Taekwondo background, minus 880. Oh. Yeah, Kwang Hee Lee, pour one out for him. As he's going to need a miracle if he's going to win this one. As Herb Dean's our referee, ringside judges. Here we go. They leap forward and they start the strike. Does Lee as he manages the counter jab. Does Ben Henderson. I tell you what, at least I love that Kwang Hee Lee put the fight to him right out of the gate, though. A jab lands from Lee. He finds nothing but air on the big right. He's still pushing forward. Hits the left hand, but Ben Henderson evades the big punch. Again with the left hand, but nothing but air on the right. They stand and trade in the center of the ring. Neither fighter can do any damaging strikes here as Henderson now warily circling, looking for the opening, needs to initiate some striking exchanges. Hits the left hand, misses the big right hand now. Come together and strike, nothing comes of it. As Lee misses the big right hand, allowing Henderson to counter with a right roundhouse kick to the body. As Henderson now with another jab, as Lee misses all the strikes on the coming in with a low kick to the legs. Another shot that Henderson avoids, and now he's going to shoot in on him. That was a great sprawl, though, from Kwang Hee Lee. Steps away safely. As Henderson warily circling, looking for the opening he needs. Connects the jab, but Henderson avoids the big right punch. As he can't hit the left jab, and there's a right cross that lands hard. Oh, I thought I was going to knock him down. Holy shit, but there's a takedown attempt. He's got it. As Lee's now on his back, looking to pass guard. He passes to half guard, looking to get in better position. Now into side control. Yeah, I mean, he is just doing a lot, but he's making it hard to work, though. Now he's working very hard on the ground. Yeah, now he's looking to get mount, takes up the back instead, as Lee's just going to roll over. Got the body triangle, that's over. Yeah, that's all she wrote there. Hell of an effort, though, for Kwang Hee Lee, I'll give him that. He put the fight to him, and he was really doing a good job standing. Landed a hard shot, but just Henderson ate it and took the takedown advantage, and or took the takedown opportunity and capitalized on it in a big way, took him down. Quickly moved around on the ground and got his back, and that was all she wrote. As he gets the win, and that's another great fight. The prelims starting off hot, as Ben Henderson thanks everyone connected. No wimps for helping him prepare for the fight, and the sponsors supporting him financially. Showing respect, Ben Henderson praises Lee for the skill and toughness. So on to the main card now. John Bones Jones taking on Guy the Sandman Metzger. Of course, 0-0 for John Bones Jones. Guy Metzger is 40 years old, 6'1", 205. John Bones Jones, 21 years old, 6'4", 205. 27-17 and 2. You see, though, on the betting lines, it is very close. Minus 150, minus 110. It's a Lions Den guy. Not a lot left in the Lions Den. especially the original lines did. There's not a lot left. As just the Shamrocks and Sandman Metzger. That's about it as far as from the original. But yeah, this is big time fight for both men. Both have a huge opportunity here to win in the first ever main card of a live from USA Worldwide show. Yamasaki's our referee, ringside judges as they come together and engage. Counters with the right hand, or as Jones counters the right hand with a jab and a left kick to the ribs. They engage. Oh, and he misses the jab, but it connects with the right hand as Metzger. And there's a jab and also a left hook to the body. Body shots from fucking John Bones Jones. He's off target with a left jab, and he also can't connect with the right head kick. That's probably when all she wrote is. Metzger throws 2 punches, but Jones has a good guard and absorbs all of them with ease. Stand and trade, but all the shots are either off target or safely dealt with. They engage. He's off target with the jab. It hits the right hand now. There's a 2-punch combination, a quick left and straight right from Jones. Step in and strike. There's a right hand with a left jab and a right hand. Does the countering from Metzger there. That's a good shot there as they engage in the center. Neither fighter lands significant strike in the exchange as he attempts a body kick that comes up short, does Jones. Deals with 2 solid punches without issue. His guard remains solid. They come together forward and engage. There's a left jab, but he can't hit the right cross. Does Metzger. There's a jab, and missing the high kick again as Jones. He just got to connect with it once. It's probably over for him as Jones misses the right hook, rather, and he leaves them open for a counter with its jab and a right hand that nearly fails to connect. I was about to say, surprised Jones hasn't went for the takedown yet. Yep, it's a single leg, too. Yeah, and he's just going to smother him. Trying to land some elbows, and nothing really significant lands. Has to lean back to avoid them now as Jones is looking to not get hit from the bottom. As Jones begins trying to pass guard and get a better position. And he's got side control. Oh, looking for a crucifix. Oh, boy. Okay, if Metzger doesn't allow that, would have been all she wrote there. As now he's trying to get mount. He always in mount. Oh, boy. There's some short elbows. Metzger's still defending him well. Oh, now he's struggling to deal with the elbows. Oh, now he's just going to give up his back. Yeah, that's all she wrote. Oh, no, he's didn't put the hooks in. Now it's over. Yep. A rear-naked choke win for John Bones Jones. Yeah, I mean, you saw it there. It was raining down some elbows and mount, and I can only imagine. Luckily, it wasn't a 12-6. Or I think, actually, we changed the rules to where we allow 12-6 elbows from the ground. Which is awesome, but I'm waiting for someone to get a broken fucking nose for sure when that happens. But no one, as of yet, has really been able to dominate from the mount with doing like a 12-6 elbow. So John Jones gives a name check to everyone at I'll Do Entertainment, all of his various sponsors, all of his friends, famous and sporties. Praise Metzger for the tough fight. Metzger will probably be sent down. Well, actually, he won't be sent down because he just won his last fight, Allen Goes. So he'll be hanging around much longer as Scott Hands of Steel Smith taking on Vitor, the Phenom Belfort, as 13-5, 14-9. Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Elk Grove, California, 6'205", 6'205" for both men. Roughly around the same age, too. Wrestling for Scott Smith. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu boxing for Vitor Belfort. Who's Valley Tudo and Team Punishment. -210 for Scott Smith. Plus 160 for Vitor. It's a big-time opportunity for both men. Let's see what happens. Herb Dean's the referee. Ringside judges. Even though they weighed in 205 yesterday, now Vitor Belfort's probably fighting at 215, maybe even 225. So here we go. They engage. Belfort slipping past the right hook attempt and attacks with a quick right jab and a low kick that can't connect, though. As Belfort connects with the set strikes, there's a fantastic left cross that probably knocks him down. Yes, it does. Now he's sensing victory and starting to unload with some punches. Just repeated heavy shots to the head, and that is it. Herb Dean's going to stop the fight. That's the thing with Vitor Belfort. You don't know what you're going to get yourself into. It might last 30 seconds. It might last a minute. Or you might knock him out. You might get a win by submission. It's, Vitor Belfort, again, showing he is no pushover. And he gets the big-time win. For Scott Smith, he is just destined to either he can break a 2-fight win streak, he just can't do it. As Vitor Belfort praises God and thanks all of his sponsors before dedicating the win to all of his teammates at Who's Valley Tudo. As moving on, Hellboy Jackie Manson taking on the Fireball Kid Takama Gomi. Let's see if it's going to be another split draw. Both guys exact records: 16-9-1. Oslo, Norway; Tokyo, Japan. Both guys a long way from home, as 28, 29, 5'8", 161, 5'10", 161. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for Joaquim Hansen, wrestling boxing background for Takanori Gomi Presta, and then a lady NHB has plus 180 for Joaquim, minus 230 for Takanori Gomi. See what happens. So Herb Dean's back out there. As our judges are at ringside here, here we go. They meet in the center and start to strike. There's a left jab, but can't connect with a low kick. Right jab, just connect with the left hand of the body. They engage again, missing the right cross, leaves it open for a counter. Gomi with a jab and a good left hook. Hansen counters with a left hand with a right hand. As Gomi falls for a feint, he's left vulnerable as he misses the left hook and gets countered with the right cross. My God, everybody's just countering everything. As two fighters strike without success, Gomi bobs and weaves, making the two punches miss. Throws a kick, doesn't connect though. As neither fighter can land a significant strike again. Hansen tries the right hook, misses, tries to go to the body, doesn't reach it though. My God, as both fighters step in to strike, a successful feint again leaves Takanori Gomi vulnerable as he misses the left cross. Leaves up him for a counter, has a left hook to the ribs from Joaquim, as missing the right jab, it connects to the left hand. Hits the left jab, it also lands the leg kick. As both fighters meet in the center, doesn't connect to the leg kicks and gets countered with a quick left jab and a good right hook. Shoulders hunch, Gomi steadying his opponent, as he's looking for the opportunity he needs. He moves in and engage, counters with the right hand with the right hand to the body. They meet in the center, start to strike again, dodging the left hand and counterattacking with a right. This has been quite a stalemate here, as hits the left jab, but he can't hit the right cross, this Joaquim, as he fails to find home past his opponent's guard, he does find his way past his opponent's guard, lands a sharp 1-2 rather. They go toe-to-toe with strikes, neither fighter can land anything significant. Halfway point in the first, they come together and strike, nothing really damaging happens though, same thing again. They engage again, as Gomi counters the right hand with a right jab and a big left hand, or a big right hand rather. Oh no, there's a left hand, big left hand that just misses. Two fighters coming forward to engage. Hansen can't catch Gomi, who's using good head movement again, allowing him to slip past away from the two-punch combo. Gomi can't connect with the left hand, though. Two fighters engage with strikes, neither land anything worthwhile. Rolling his shoulders, relax, moving forward. As both fighters move and engage, Gomi's off target with a right jab, but hits the roundhouse kick to the body, though. There's a left hand from Joaquim. They meet in the center again, they start to strike, slipping past the left hook and attacks with a nice left hand. Gomi's starting to give the first hit, he's starting to tire a touch. The two fighters engage. There's a left jab, it doesn't connect to the leg kick. Gomi scores the jab, it has the left hand taken on the gloves. They move and engage. He doesn't connect to the right jab, hits the left cross. Lands the left jab and a right cross. They come together and strike. There's a burst of strikes, but neither fighter can land a blow. Tries a right hook, but misses. Gomi can't get past the guard. The great guard of Joaquim Hansen. The three punches are simply absorbed. They meet in the center again. Again, Takanori Gomi keeps on falling for those feints. He's left open, and he missed the left hook, though, to the ribs, and he gets countered with a quick left jab, but the right hook is also ducked. Joaquim's starting to slow down. They move past, they're moving in to strike. Gomi again slipping past a shot. He slips past the right hook and counters with the right hand to the body. They meet in the center again. Can't connect with the roundhouse kick to the body. As he's off target with the right jab. Doesn't have the reach for the hook to the body either. Nothing was landing to end out the round. Man, this could be another split draw. Very, very close round. Joaquim probably won it, obviously off of strikes, but also he had a power shot in too. Man, that's crazy. I mean, what a great first round, though. Here we go, second round. They engage again, standing as it hits the right hook to the body. This Gomi, using the left jab, has the right hand taken on the gloves. Two fighters strike, but without success. Misses the jab, also can't connect with a leg kick. They can't connect with a right jab or a left hand to the body. This Gomi still coming forward. There's a counter left, doesn't connect either way. There's finally a shot lands. It's a right jab, but Hansen avoids the big left punch. Missing with the roundhouse kick to the body, this Hansen. As Gomi can't catch Hansen with some good head movement as well from Hansen. He's able to slip past two-punch combination. As the two engage and strikes, but nothing really comes of it. They engage in the center again. Counters a right hand with a good left hand as Takanori Gomi. Meet in the center, start to strike, scores with the jab, doesn't connect with the right hand though. Gomi's off target with the right jab, hits the right hand to the body. Fatigue is definitely creeping in for Takanori Gomi. Two fighters come together and strike, but it's really tended, nothing comes of it. They come together in the strike. It's Takanori Gomi using the right jab, but misses the left hook to the ribs. As there's a right hand, or there's a jab rather, but the right hand's absorbed in the gloves. Gomi's attacking with strikes, tries to hit a jab, but misses. Two-punch combo, but Hansen avoids both of them. Come together and strike, missing the big left hand, pulling him off balance, allowing Hansen to attack with a jab and a spin kick. Breathing very hard, Takanori Gomi is ragged going into the third. Still a minute left, though. Something can definitely happen. As the two fighters come together and strike, it's really 10 if nothing comes of it. They meet in the center. Hansen missing the right cross. Leaving himself open for a counter, which Takano Gomi comes in with a right jab and a left hook that's avoided at the last possible second. As Gomi lands a right jab after missing the left hook. And there's another one, too, from Joachim Hansen to end out the round. Wow, dead even. 6-1. Just, I'd have to give the slight edge to Takano Gomi again because he landed the power shot. This is going to be another split draw. I got a bad feeling about this. Let's see what happens in the third. They meet in the center and they start to strike. As Hansen slips past the left hook attempt and attacks with a quick left jab and a quick kick. They just fall into a ragged clinch. Joachim Hansen looking for the first takedown of the fight. It's unsuccessful, though. Hansen looking for the trip. Oh, boy, he's got the trip. And he's giving up side controls. Takano Gomi. There's a knee to the ribs, trying to get mount. And there's a scramble. Scramble sees Joachim Hansen up first. He's able to... and he's quick enough to grab a waist lock on Takano Gomi. Looking for another takedown. He's not going down. Trying to break free. Oh, he does break free. Wow, he's back into the center. Halfway point as Joachim Hansen is starting to feel the fatigue now for the first time in this fight. They engage. Right hand's blocked. Can't get past the good guard of Joachim Hansen. The two punches were simply absorbed again. Coming forward, the two fighters stand and trade blows. There's a counter left jab. Doesn't connect, though. Lands a right jab. It misses the vicious right hand. Gomi moving forward again. Constantly trying to pressure him into strike exchanges. As Gomi stepping into the pocket. Showing little fear of Joachim Hansen. Hits the right hand. But Joachim Hansen evades the big left punch. As a minute left. Hits a left jab. It misses the big right hand. Gomi's off target with a jab. It hits the left hand. As Takano Gomi's just going on the verge of exhaustion now. Looking to another ragged clinch. Gomi's looking for the takedown now. And he's got it. Oh my god. This is nuts. He's trying to pass. He's got half guard. He's trying to pound on him. Blocks Hansen. He's trying to transition guard to end out the fight. Jesus Christ. Well, I think, that's a tough one to call. But I think Takano Gomi won it. I think he's going to win. Oh, man. Let's see what happens. Yeah, 1 to Hansen. 1 to Gomi, 1 to Hansen. Split decision win for Joachim Hansen. My God. I thought that was a good fight. Again, just tick for tack, these two. We're going to give it a break before we do the trilogy. We'll probably wait until 2009, maybe even 2010 to run it back. But, it's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. Look at the entire fight. I could see where they're going with it. But it's close. Because, Takano Gomi landed 26 shots. Or actually, no, he landed 28 shots, rather. Excuse me. As then Joachim landed 27. 27-28 on strikes. Gomi was 1 for 1 on takedowns. I think it really is just down to that first round where Joachim won it. And when you win that first round, you have such an advantage. But I felt like Takano Gomi won the second and the third round. That's a tough one. That is a tough one. I probably would have won split draw, to be honest. That was tough. Very, very tough. Because, the guy who wins the 10-minute round, that's a big advantage. Big, big advantage. Man, oh man. Giving thanks, Joachim Hansen praised his team at Lady NHB as his very sponsor came out to support him, as Joachim Hansen gives a show of respect to his opponents now. Our next fight, Carl Uno taking on the Moonwolf, Rumino Sato, 24-9-1, 29-2. Fight that's almost 10 years in the making. 33 years old, Carl Uno, 34 years old, Rumino Sato. 5'7", 5'6", 161, minus 130 for Rumino Sato. Takada Dojo, Peresta. Submission wrestling style of Rumino Sato. Judo style for Carl Uno. Mark Goddard is our referee. As our ringside judges, fight begins. Punch from Uno fails to land, and Uno's now coming in closer. Throws a two-punch combo, but again, Sato avoids him, looking for the takedown. Can't get the takedown either. He's left hopping on one leg now. Sato can't get him down, so he's going to push him against the ropes, looking to go down low, grab both his opponent's legs. He does so. Sato's got side control. Throws a few right hands, takes a moment to plan ahead. Looking for mount, he can't do it because he gives up the back instead. He's going to look for maybe a body triangle, can't quite get it. As he's trying to roll him again. Not happening. Now he's got both hooks in. Well, it's all over. Yep. It's a rear naked choke win for Rumino Sato. We've had a lot of those today. And it's Rumino Sato getting the win, and that's another fight that ends at the first round, too. As Rumino Sato make it a 25-9-1, 20-10-2 for Carl Uno, who has now lost his he just lost his first fight out of his past 2 fights. As that's a tough loss for Carl Uno. Was looking to make it 3 straight wins. Couldn't do it. As giving thanks for Mino Sato, praises his team at Presto, all of his favorite sponsors, and all the fans who came out to support him. He's asked who he'd like to fight next. He's answered he's still keen on wanting to fight Wanda Baraka. And he hopes he can get that arranged soon. As now our co-main event, El Doro, Pete Williams, taking on Rico Suave Rodriguez in the Pride Heavyweight Division. 23-9 for Pete Williams, 18-6 for Rico Rodriguez. Both guys 6'3". 20 pounds does Rico Rodriguez have on Pete Williams. Death Clutch Gym for Rico Rodriguez. Lions Den for Pete Williams. Submission wrestling, wrestling jiu-jitsu. Trying to remember if Pete Williams was the original Lions Den guy or not. I think he was. Now I'm thinking about it. So yeah, he is still left of the original Lions Den crew. It's minus 290 for Pete Williams, plus 230 for Rico Rodriguez. Herb Dean's the referee, ringside judges. Here we go. Rodriguez doesn't touch gloves, drawing some heat from the crowd, looking for the takedown, can't get it. But he's left hopping on one leg, trying to get him up against the ropes. Now he's got him. He's got him stuck against the ropes now. Just dirty boxing. Now looking for the trip. And he's got it. Rodriguez throws him down. And he's left in half guard. There's a few punches thrown through with great force. And Pete Williams is ready for the scramble. He's trying to cut Williams with a slicing elbow, but misses though. Rodriguez blocks an attempt to move from half guard to full guard. Throws a few right hands, takes a moment to plan ahead. Again with blocking the sweep. Looking to get past half guard. Can't do it though. Another scramble. See what happens. Bad choice though. Is now Rodriguez is just going to seize that opportunity to leap forward to secure side control. Throws a few strikes without venom. Now Williams tries to sweep, but it gets rolled. Now he's got his back. Oh no! Now he's preventing the hooks from being hooked in. Now still preventing them. Oh man, Pete Williams is fighting for his life here. This is crazy. Trying to get the body triangle again. It's not happening. Referee's going to stand him back up. Herb Dean's going to save him. Rodriguez looking to go right back down, and he does. A single leg. Trying to pass. Can't get it. Has to lean back to avoid a couple of wild swings. The few right hands to the body. Has to lean back to avoid a couple of wild swings again. Trying to throw a slicing elbow, but misses. As Williams tries to catch Rodriguez with a punch, but it's off target. Rodriguez pounds with some elbows, but he's unable to inflict much damage. Williams is trying to catch Rodriguez with a punch, but it's off target again. I mean, Rico Rodriguez definitely won that round. That's a huge win, too. Really, I mean, pretty much dominated the entire 10-minute round. Looking to now take that same momentum and get another win in the round. To get right out of the gate, looking for the takedown. Can't get him, but he's going to push him against the ropes, I'm sure. Oh, wow, as he's trying to maintain, but Williams wrestles his way out of the trouble, and now he's looking to see if what's going to happen is Rodriguez is still moving well, but he's definitely breathing deeper now. Pete Williams looking to obviously strike. Can't connect with step strikes, lands the big right hand though, and there's the fucking, after the left jab, the massive right head kick. That's all she wrote, yep. Pete Williams is so awesome. Like, he is such a threat with his stand-up. It's insane. Huge win for Pete Williams. And, he's been a bridesmaid but never been the bride. That heavyweight division's very, very tough, but I think he's got the skill set to do it. Sergey Kritnarov and him could probably be a really good and fun fight, I think. We'll see what happens if they can make that fight happen. As, he wants Crow Cop, though. That would be pretty awesome as well. Crow Cop is the #1 contender after we do Big Nog and Sergey again. So, that's potentially, we're waiting for whoever wins that to take on Crow Cop at Shockwave. But Pete Williams' Miracle Crow Cop fight would be very awesome, and I would love that. As he praised his team at Lions Den, as Pete Williams' very sponsor came out to support him. Yeah, the Crow Cop fight would be awesome. Main event, though, lightweight title fight. Toby Mata taking on Josh the Punk Thompson. Both men undefeated in Pride FC, 15-3, 24-7. Judo background for Toby Mata, wrestling, kickboxing background for Josh Thompson. Both guys 29. 1 inch taller is Josh Thompson. Both California natives, San Jose, Los Angeles. Minus 330 for Toby Mata, which isn't crazy, because Josh Thompson is no slouch. To have that much of a betting line's advantage is pretty crazy. Melted fighting systems as well. Team punishment for Josh Thompson. We'll see what happens. Herb Dean's a referee. Ringside judges, opening bell. Mata steps forward, willing to take a few shots. Gets close enough to wrestle, though. Thompson throws a quick 1-2. Doesn't land either blow, though. Mata's able to grab him, looking for a takedown. Can't get him, though. Looking for the sweep. Can't do it either. Now Thompson's got control of the grapple. And there's a knee strike to the body. Another knee strike to the side of the stomach. Trying to muscle him against the ropes. He's got him. He's got him stuck against the ropes looking for the takedown. Can't get the takedown, and the Mata now, again, taking control of the grapple. Looking to just, as he's just grinding him up against the ropes, tightly grinding him down. 60 seconds goes by with a bit of a stalemate. Don't love that. Going down low and grab both his opponent's legs. He can't take him down. Blocks him now that he's turned him around, so now Amada's the one that's back against the ropes. He's got a leg, looking for the takedown. As he's hopping, he's got him. He pulls him down. What a takedown. Punching down on Toby Mata. Easily taking on the gloves, though. Looking for an underhook, then quickly trying to scramble. Not enough separation, though. Thompson's just going to secure side control. Throws a few right hands, mainly just trying to catch his breath. There's some knee strike to the ribs. As he's slowing things down, he definitely doesn't want to lose this round. This is a big round to win, especially for the challenger. Fires off a few punches that aren't throwing any great forces. Blocks attempt to pull guard. Throws a few right hands, mainly just trying to catch his breath. Same thing as he's trying to transition the guard. Can't happen. Herb Dean's going to stand him up with 2 minutes left. Come together with the same idea with a clinch. Toby Mata's the aggressor, looking for the takedown. Can't do it. Looking for it a second time. Can't do it. Actually, it's the fourth time in this round. But he blocks it and takes control of the grapple again. He's looking to push him up against the ropes. He does it. Is he going to get another takedown in the round? A hard stomp. Tries for it again, but Amada seizes that chance to create some space and break free. They get together in a clinch again. Toby Mata again wins it. Looking for the... Oh, and he's got the takedown. It's ugly, but it's ultimately successful. He ends up on top of him in like a loose face lock type hold to end out the round. That's a huge takedown, but I think he still lost the round. I mean, Josh Thompson was busy on the ground, was landing a lot of shots. He outstruck him, has a better takedown percentage, and even then, it was a takedown at the end of the round. So I think Josh Thompson won the round. I think he was in control for the majority of the round. We'll see. We'll see what happens in the second. As luckily was to get some grappling started from Toby Mata, but Thompson was more aggressive, took the initiative. Misses all in the strikes, ended with a combo, and with a low kick to the legs attempted, as he's can't connect with this jab, but he hits a roundhouse kick to the ribs. Toby Mata's able to grab him, looking for the trip takedown, not happening. And he's got control of the grapple exchange again, as Thompson's trying to wrestle him against the ropes. He can't do it, though. Toby Mata defends it well. He's clinched up with him, trying to take him down. Doesn't get it. Thompson blocks that. Looking for it again. Gets blocked again. And using the wrestling to take control of the grapple. Using his wrestling skills, Thompson's trying to push him up against the ropes. He doesn't quite manage it. We're just having a stalemate for about for almost 3 minutes at this point. So at the halfway point. Using his wrestling skills, Thompson's trying to push him against the ropes. He's got him this time. He's got him trapped up against the ropes, looking to go down low and take out his opponent's legs. Can't do it either. Wow. And he's looking for it again. He's got the takedown. It's a nice inside leg trip. Pulls him down, and he's in half guard. It's Toby Mata trying to pound on him. Can't do it. Looking to try to get try and scramble, but Thompson was quick to prevent that. Trying to get past half guard to side control. He does so, but he can't secure it. The scramble begins. All the spots and opportunities as Toby Mata trying to secure one of his opponent's legs, and he misses that leg and ends up on his back. That's, may regret trying to get that leg lock, but I get it. When you're losing the round, you gotta try anything, especially if you think you've lost, if you think you've lost that first round too, you gotta try and finish him at any means necessary. Because you can't win the round at that point. When you're down and there's only a minute left, you just gotta try to finish him. We might just see a new Pride lightweight champion here in Josh Thompson. It's going to come down to Toby Mata finishing him at this point. So it's a left hand, but finds something on the big right. As Toby Mata seizing that chance to grab him into a clinch. He's got it. It's a big takedown. He's got side control. Looking for a knee bar. Man, that would have been crazy. As he couldn't get the knee bar. Tries to move the guard, but Toby Mata doesn't allow it. Fires off a few punches, trying to catch his breath, trying to move to guard. Toby Mata doesn't allow it. Throws a few right hands, mainly just trying to catch his breath, trying to pull guard. Doesn't get anywhere with the attempt either way. Looking for a knee bar again. Doesn't get it either. As Toby Mata throws a few strikes without venom. Trying to pull guard on the Mata. Doesn't get anywhere with the attempt. Herb Dean's going to stand it back up with a minute left. Thompson slowing down a lot. So was Mata. Minute left. Toby Mata looking for the takedown. Can't get it again. As he can't get Thompson down, so he just settled to push him against the ropes. He's got the big takedowns. Side control. 30 seconds left. Can he get some type of situation going now? And looks like he's not going to be able to. As he's trying to throw some elbow strikes, but Thompson's will travel by them. Damn. Great effort for Toby Mata. What a way to end out the round. You won the round for sure. I would love to see this again. As that was a really good fight. Whoa, wait a minute. Josh Thompson might not win this fight now, as Toby might has got one judge's decision. Okay, split. This should have been split decision, but Jesus, I mean, that's crazy though. Absolutely crazy. We'd love to see this again. It's pretty, you know, it was rated average, but I thought it was a little bit better than average personally. But yeah, I mean, Josh Thompson, new lightweight champion, 16-3, undefeated. Toby Mata, not undefeated anymore in Pride FC, but just kind of looking through the names that Josh Thompson's beaten. You know, BJ Penn, Marino Sato, who just beat Carl Luna, but that's kind of it. You know, he lost to Joe Stevenson in the UFC, he lost to Jens Pulver as well in the UFC. That could be something that we'd strike up. Of course, Gilbert Melendez is waiting in the wing, wanting that lightweight title fight. I mean, there's a lot of great dudes in that lightweight division that he still hasn't fought yet in Pride FC. That should be a pretty amazing fight. I agree with Josh Thompson there. That should have been a unanimous decision win. Josh Thompson gives a name check to everyone at Team Punch Mail, all of his various sponsors, all of his friends, family, and supporters. As a plus 270 underdog, gets the win in the main event, 61% on the critical rating, just under 4,000 people in Nevada. We made $2 million, or we made $1 million at the gate rather, as our commercial rating is 94, not bad. So I don't know why I clicked on the commentary team. Well, else pop in Japan and looks like Australia, 0.3% though, not a big deal, but gained 1% in the United States and also in looks like Africa and trying to forget what flag that is. I'm an idiot. Don't mind me, but yeah, you know, Pete Williams with the fight and KO of the night. I think that makes a lot of sense. We're gonna give a performance bonus to Vitor, Pete Williams, and Josh Thompson. It's a big night for performance bonuses. We still make $3 million though. That's nice. Vitor Belfort, almost $1 million man, thanks to the performance bonuses. Matt Brown made $900. That is tough. As thank you all for watching episode 101. As yeah, I mean we're closing. I mean when we see our guys, or as far as when you see us again in this series, to start off in June, you know, we'll be at the halfway point. Can't believe it, you know, or we just keep on getting closer and closer towards, you know, I mean, before we know it, we'll be in 2009. I can't believe it. Yeah, Machida in Osaka 7, and Sergey Khretnov in Big Nog 2. What a fight that's going to be. Huge title implications in that one. Of course, the winner will take on Crow Cop in the main event of Shockwave. That's going to be crazy. We're at over $100 million. As thank you all, and we'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.